Okay, moving right along here, Bill Linville, Innovation Zone Grant. You know, Bill, he's never
What words?
tonight, he may be bored.
I've already been warned by Mr. Wilson. Bye-bye.
Hey, y'all.
Sean, this is just a draft.
Mark, that's Sunday.
Perfect.
Well, I probably won't stay for the whole day.
Okay.
But as soon as the test scores,
Thank you. Look forward to
just like I always do.
Thanks, Bill.
Y'all need to break.
Hey, Dan.
I used to run through about that. Emergency.
I'm a quality.
Sean got here late, not getting out early.
I was thinking, what?
I ran them all, sorry guys.
Are you gonna do any dance moves for us or anything?
Come on, Sean.
Okay, Bill.
Okay, I'm going to be very brief. There's some Innovation Zone grants available. And at one time, we was working with Midway and Ranger for a literacy grant, because it had to be elementary schools. Then when we met with the people at the state, they encouraged us to go for a community school grant with those two schools. And what the community school, it provides community-based effort to coordinate, integrate educational, developmental, family, health, and other comprehensive service through community-based organizations of public and private. Some of the things, if you look at the title of this, it says, catching them up before they give up. And you've heard a lot tonight about kids being on level and so forth, so they won't get so frustrated that they give up. The overall of this is trying to improve graduation rate and dropout, and decrease in dropout rate. And we're just, the grant, we're just in the planning stages of it, but I had to bring it in front of you guys to get the approval as one of the things we have to do in the grant to go forward with it. And then I plan on coming back the 30th and presenting more.
Are you saying this for two specific schools?
Two specific schools. I'm gonna go down for Midway and Ranger. And one of the first things the grant calls for, you have to have a community school coordinator who would go work with both schools, not one at each one, and then they would go out in the community and find other community resources that could come in and that they could use in their schools. Okay? The big part of it is the health needs of the school community. And one of the reasons they suggested this to us was we don't have any health care at Ranger and at Midway like we do at Guyan Valley, like we do at Duval, like we do at the high school, and we also have at Harts. So we've been working with Brian Chris at the clinic, and he is pursuing and thinks he can offer a medical provider 1 day a week at Ranger, starting out, and 1 day a week at Midway. And we know there'll have to be some memorandum of understandings and all that put in the grant, and I'll have to bring that back to you. Also, mental health. He got a mental health grant, and as Midway presented, they already have a mental health counselor through the Prestera, and we're working with him to get a mental health counselor or coordinator at Ranger. Okay? And some of the other things we want to do is provide nutrition for the staff, students, and community members beginning in October. Provide food assistance with like the backpack program, because some of these I taught at Ranger after I retired the first time. and a lot of people don't understand how hungry some kids are. And the backpack program was going on then, and we need to increase it and keep going and so forth. like I said, provide health care, and as Renee said, when you have a provider, even if it's one day, it'll increase our attendance rates, because those kids, instead of having to be gone all day, they will come in and the doctor or PA will see them right there, and they don't have to leave. Not only them, but staff too. What we found out about the staff at some of these is, you may have a sinus infection or strep throat, and you don't want to, or you have to leave a strep throat, but just a sinus infection. You don't want to take off a day. You can just run to the daily providers there and get a prescription and come right on back. So we're just wanting to pursue some of these. And one of the things, goal 3 down there, I think I've covered goal 1 and 2. Well, goal 2, we want to make sure all students are enrolled in the CHIPS program. 3 is we want to provide mentoring and youth development programs to our community. We improve the attendance of students at risk. It's identified by the early warning system. I don't know if we've talked about that, but the early warning system is used to just come down to the middle school. Now it's going all the way down to the elementary. And it has a system when things are put in Weavis or on WOW, what they call it now, Weavis on the web. It'll tell you the attendance, the behavior, and the course failure of students. I know a couple of you former principals did that. You count there, well, how many days this kid missed, what course they failed, how many times your high-risk students, you can just push a button, it'll tell you this kid had 15 unexcused absences or failed 3 courses. They've had 4 behavior reports. So we're going to identify all those students that way and work with those students. And one of the things we're going to do with that, we want to set up a little competition between the 2 schools. We want to get a trophy for each grade level, and each month, when the attendance, Mr. Pritchard runs attendance, we're going to take those trophies to each school and award them. First grade at Midway had the best attendance this month. Second grade at Ranger. We could have gotten one, but the more you have, the more pride we're going to take in.
Are they interchangeable?
Interchangeable. That'd be a traveling trophy. And we're going to do the same thing with the discipline. And we also are going to try to increase the student achievement through remedial enrichment activities. Doesn't talk here, but one of the things this will include, Midway currently has an after-school program. Ranger does not. So it would include an after-school program for Ranger for those students. And one of the reasons we picked these 2 schools when we started first working on this, Midway was a priority school and Ranger was a success school. So we thought those 2 schools working together, they could pick up some things. And of course the data's back, it's unofficial, so we'll have to wait and see. But one of the things we're also going to do there is try to increase more parent involvement in workshops and activities. As they was talking about the food pantry, I was thinking, a lot of schools have movie nights, and they could do that, and the mission would be a can of food. We could I think there's a lot of things we could do to help the community, those 2 communities. One of the things we're excited about in the reading is the last one under goal 4 is Battle of the Books. We're going to have books that the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade will have the same book, be reading it. They're going to be questions. They're going to get on Skype or Wiki or links. We're not sure students are going to have links accounts. We're still checking on that. And there'll be questions. They'll be able to see each other face to face and answer questions and write questions and use writing skills on there to use social media for something other than what we don't want to use it for. So we're really excited about that. But I guess I wanted to start by saying it won't cost the board anything. I know you always want to hear that. Maybe a can of coffee for late hours writing, but it's a grant for $100,000 per year for 3 years for a total of $300,000.
When would this be started? We got to
We hope it will start in January. It's probably it would start mid-year because the grants are due October the 1st at 4 o'clock, and we should know sometime that month if they're rewarded. And we currently have one of these grants. We currently have an Innovation Zone grant for dropout prevention that we've really done a lot of things to improve student attendance at the different schools. And of course, there are going to be some MOUs that have to be signed, and I know we don't have those yet. We're still in the process, but I will bring that all back the 30th, but the grant is due October October the 1st. So I know in the past, we've had a grant, and you guys gave the president of the board permission to go ahead and sign off on them. I don't know if you want to look at that possibility in case something comes up and you need to do that. I don't know, but I'll just, but we're just asking, do we need to go forward? If you want us to go forward, because you have to.
I would say that yes.
Okay.
And one of the things, John, you had mentioned it, you may be going to the two principals from each of the schools, and they had a staff member from each
Yes.
school, that they have been working on the proposal on the grant.
Right, they would come up,
So
they've come up with goals and objectives, and we're meeting again Thursday to work on it again. So we're really excited, and we're really excited about this battle of the books and stuff. If we can get kids reading and challenging each other, the questions in the books, we just think it'll be a good positive thing.
Sounds good. And, of course, anything that we might have to address, you get to Brenda in a timely way, right?
Yes,
So we can act on it.
as timely as I can. Because a lot of times when you're getting this done, it's the last hour for some people.
I think she'll have it on there.
That's what I'm,
Yes, that's what.
Okay.
That's what.
thank you. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing.
One other question, does the season premiere of NCIS come on tonight?
Video on demand.
Thank you, Bill.
It's like it's the world, that's what I'm.
Anything comes on after 9 o'clock, video on demand. Kurt, you gonna say anything tonight?
I'm just here in support of the two schools.
Okay.
Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you. Okay, if everyone is ready, let's move to the administrative section, please. Can I have a motion?
I'll move.
Ms. Curry?
Second.
Mr. Wilkerson seconds that motion. Mrs. Lucas?
Item A is the adoption of a resolution declaring the week of September the 22nd through the 26th, 2014, as West Virginia Association of Retired School Employees Week. Item B, agreements with the following as supervisory aides for the 2014-2015 school year in accordance with the provisions of West Virginia Code 18A-5-8. Item C is a contract with Learning for You. You have that, oh, I'm sorry, Consulting for You. Get that correction. Consulting for You. To provide technical support in the areas of math and language arts for 70 days during the 2014-2015 school year, according to the terms of the contract, and it's paid for through Title II funds. Item D, the adoption of the revised State Board Policy 2419, the regulations for the education of students with exceptionalities, effective September the 15th, 2014, and the implementation of this policy in Lincoln County schools. Item E, Marshall University psychology student Megan Goose to complete mentorship under the supervision of Hunter Lucas Atkins the fall semester. Item F, West Virginia State University student Tasha Spence to perform the observations at Lincoln County High School fall semester. Item G, Marshall University nursing students Julie Turner and Natalie Heiss to perform clinical observations under the supervision of school nurses fall semester. Item H, Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College student Melody Fry to perform observation at Granger Elementary fall semester. Item I, a contract with Jeannie Boudris and Associate to perform a process evaluation of the implementation and operation of the Dropout Innovation Zone Grant during the 2014-2015 school year, according to the terms of the contract, and is paid from the Dropout Innovation Zone Grant. Item J, approval for submission of a major improvement plan to the School Building Authority of West Virginia for window replacement projects at Hamlin Pre-K 8 and Ranger Elementary, according to the plan attached. Item K, a revised policy for 30-day public review and comment, the 23-15 comprehensive school counseling policy. Item L, revised salary schedule 17 for elementary, secondary, that includes the associate principal position at Lincoln County High School. Item M, designation of the following employees to provide specialized health care for the 2014-2015 school year. Item N, to award food and beverage bids as follows for the 2014-2015 school year. Item O, the adoption of textbooks as follows, effective with the 2014-2015 school year. The books are placed on public review August 19th, year 2014. Let's see.
Okay. Anybody have any specific questions about any of those items? If not, I'll call for question. Is that an all yes vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Steve, can I ask a very quick
Yes,
question?
sir.
About the windows. I just seem to recall we missed out last year. Possibly because, I don't know, did we not shout loud enough or someone shouted loud enough at the final meeting? It seemed to be a very last minute decision that was out of our hands. Is there a way that can be stopped by you guys lobbying or by parents?
Well, last year, I think, Sean and Ms. Lucas might correct me, I think last year the issue was that we were told that we needed to have an architect
Yeah,
be involved in that process, and it wasn't, the board nor the administration was aware of that until that meeting. This year, it's my understanding, we've taken pains, we do have an architect doing
Okay.
that, and we've also asked the state building, the school building authority, if there are any hoops that we need to jump through that we haven't jumped through.
okay, so,
And Ms. Lucas, that's pretty much it?
I hope to be there this time,
I
just
mean,
to
the
see. So
gist
they-
of it, right?
Right,
His question,
so they
okay.
can see my face.
But I've asked the same question, John. I think we're good, I hope so. Okay, finance, a motion, please. Ms. Smith, make the motion, set a second. Ms. Curry. I'm looking at Mr. Meek.
I've got it.
Okay,
There wasn't a number there, but I think I schedule of invoices totaling $695,951.87. Invoices available for public review at the county office. Any questions?
well, you can just do that treasurer work action. Anything about that? Okay. Is that an all yes vote?
Yes.
All right. Personnel, got a motion? I'll move.
Second.
Mr. Curry made the motion, Mr. Wilkerson seconded. Ms. Lucas.
Section A, employment of short and or a long-term substitute professional personnel pending the FBI CIB clearance and issuance of certification and licensure. Section B, employment of professional personnel pending the return of regular employee. Section C, employment of professional personnel. You need to mark out where it says pending return of regular employee, and just, that's the beauty of a computer. Section D, employment of extracurricular personnel. Section E, employment of extracurricular athletic personnel. Section F is leave of absence. Section G, resignation and or retirement, and that's noted under the effective date, whether it was a retirement or resignation. Reclassification of service personnel Regina Birch to Secretary 3, effective August the 23rd, 2014, per West Virginia Code 18A-4-883. Reclassification of service personnel Georgie Harris to A4, effective August the 18th, 2014, per West Virginia Code 18A-4-811A. Abolish the service personnel vacancy at Midway Special Education Aid, and that will be reposted with itinerant added to it. Yes.
You need to have it, do that question about? Okay. If not, then is that an all yes vote on personnel?
Yes.
All yes vote. Okay, bring us to comments and concerns. Ms. Lucas, do you have anything to say? Okay. Let me, anybody, any members of the board have anything of a comment, concern nature? All right, so Ms. Lucas wants to talk about a student issue. I'd like to talk about a personnel issue. So could we have a motion to go into executive session to discuss a student and personnel issue? Ms. Smith made the motion, have a second? I'll second. Mr. Curry seconds it. My nose is just cold.
You don't have to ask me twice, I'm gonna tell them all.